Uh, it's a request from all your participants that please make sure that you're muted. So, a very good morning and warm welcome to dear participants to workshop organized by IIC BBDITM in association with WEAG and EDC BBDITM on Industry 4.0 on the topic Soft Skill Mantra for Corporate Success. Before proceeding the session, I would like to welcome our Honorable Chief Patrons, Dr. Alka Das Gupta ma'am, Chairperson, BBD Education Group, Mr. Virat Sagar Das ji sir, President, BBD Education Group, our respected Director sir, Professor Dr. S.S. Chauhan sir, BBD ITM. So before our eminent resource person enlighten us about today's topic, that is skill mantra for corporate success, we should be knowing that what exactly Industry 4.0 is all about. We are in the midst of significant transformation regarding the way we produce products thanks to the digitization of manufacturing. This transition is so compelling that it is being called Industry 4.0 to represent the fourth revolution that has occurred in manufacturing from the first industrial revolution, that was mechanization through water and steam power, to the mass production and assembly lines using electricity in the second. The fourth industrial revolution will take what was started in third with the adoption of computers and automation and enhance it with smart and autonomous system fueled by data and machine learning. When computers were introduced in Industry 3.0, it was disruptive thanks to the addition of an entirely new technology. Now and into the future, as Industry 4.0 unfolds, computers are connected and communicate with one another to ultimately make decisions without human involvement. A combination of cyber physical system, the Internet of Things, and the Internet system makes Industry 4.0 possible and the smart factory a reality. As a result of industry of smart machines that keep getting smarter and they access more data, our factories will become more efficient and productive and less wasteful. Ultimately, it's the network of these machines that are digitally connected with one another creates and share information that result in the true power of Industry 4.0. The concept of HR 4.0 is closely linked to Industry 4.0 or to the fourth major industrial revolution. We can say that HR 4.0 is a revolution in the area of human resource. In it, HR becomes more automated, focusing its activities on strategic issues and no longer on manual, bureaucratic, repetitive actions. Now, I would like to welcome our respected eminent speaker, Dr. Lalit Kumar Yadav sir. Dr. Lalit Kumar Yadav is working as an assistant professor with Shri Murti Smarak International Business School, Lucknow. He has more than 12 years of experience in teaching and research. His teaching interests are human resource management, organization behavior, leadership, and personality development for recruitment process. His research works finds place in international, national and international journals with listed in Scopus Index. And now I would like to welcome our faculty coordinators, Dr. Preeti Mishra ma'am, President IIC BBDITM, Dr. Shivangee Tiwari ma'am, Chief Coordinator WEAG BBDITM, Dr. Vinay Kumar Yadav sir, President EDC BBDITM. Now I would like to hand over the mic to our respected Dr. Preeti Mishra ma'am to welcome our eminent speaker. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Avinash. Thank you so much. So, I, Dr. Preeti Mishra, President IIC BBDITM, wish you all and one present here a very good morning. Now, I would like to extend my gratitude to Honorable Chairperson, Mrs. Alka Das Ma'am, President BBDEG Shri Virat Sagar Das Ji, for providing this wonderful platform where we can have such mega events. Also, now a very I extend my gratitude to our respected director sir S.S. Chauhan ji, and very good morning to all and one present here, all the faculty members, all the organizers of this event. I also extend a very warm welcome to all the faculty members who have joined from different states. They have mentioned their name in the chat box. So a very warm and hearty welcome to all of them for providing their precious time for for this event. I also welcome my warm welcome to all the participants who have shown their interest in this Industry 4.0 soft skill program. And again, so this topic, Avinash has already elaborated a lot on this topic, but briefly I would like to say Industry 4.0 refers to a phase of new industrial revolution where we are focusing on the interconnectivity, Internet of Things, real-time data, automation, machines, and lot of things related to it. So we can change the overall dynamics of the workspace and the supply chain system. It is all having a tremendous change in their processes, and this change in the dynamics of supply chain and production process is also having a big impact on the human resource management, which is very much important for all the students who are actually preparing to enter this work system in 2 or 3 years. So that is why, considering this requirement of the industry, we have organized this soft skill 1 week management development program. And we believe that our students or the participants who have enrolled for this program, they will definitely learn a lot in all this 1 week program. And so human resource management includes labor productivity growth opportunities, upcoming opportunities in this change scenario. So they really want to need to prepare for this program. So I hope all of you are going to learn a lot. And now, last but not the least, a very warm welcome to our eminent speaker, Lalit sir. And now I also welcome and transfer the dice to Vinay sir
Thank you,
to say a
ma'am.
few
Thank you so
words
much.
for our eminent speaker.
Sure, ma'am. Sure. Thank you so much, ma'am. Good morning, everyone, to the one and all present here. I extend my gratitude to our honorable guest speaker, Dr. Lalit Kumar Yadav, sir, to take out time from his busy schedule to grace this event. I also welcome to all the participants. Sir has vast experience of academics and research, and his research works find place in the Journal of International and National Repute. I hope the session on soft skills mantra for corporate success is going to be very fruitful to our participants. So, without taking too much time, I invite Dr. Lalit sir. Sir, the mic is all yours.
Okay,
Welcome.
thank you so much, Vinay. Thank you so much for inviting me. Am I audible?
Perfectly audible, sir. You are
Okay.
perfectly audible.
So before I start, I would like to say that I am in a little remote place. So if there is some issue with the internet, I would switch to my mobile network. And so right now I'm on a desktop, but if there's an issue, so the mobile is also on. And if there is, so I will quickly shift. So bear with me all, right? So again, thank you so much for this nice introduction. I would like to thank the BBD group for inviting me for this session, making me the resource person. I would like to also thank Dr. Preeti Mishra, Dr. Shivangee Tiwari, and again, Vinay, for inviting me, for having me here, for the students. And this industry 4.0 paradigm shift in HR practices and soft skill is very relevant these days. And the student that spoke about the relevance and also spoke about the introduction, also Dr. Preeti also told about what Industry 4.0 is. Very relevant and very important for students to understand. So, and I'm hoping and I believe the audience is, the students are more of MBA and engineering background, right? And we would be taking the session in that context, that these students were studying, some are pursuing their business program, and some are also pursuing the engineering, maybe some other program also, maybe law, architecture. Uh, but so be it. And soft skill is one part that is relevant to all students and even people working in the corporate. Okay, so before I start, I would like everybody to understand also. Okay, Vinay, is the screen shared? Can people see the PPT? I think I've shared it now. Is it
Yes,
visible
yes,
now?
yes, sir. Yes, yes, it is perfectly visible, sir. PPT is visible.
Okay, okay, thank you, thank you. Now, so first, everybody understand this, students, that there are a lot of things that, yes, are on the PPT. You can see that. And I have no problem in the organizers sharing the PPT with you after the session is over. It is for you. But there are a lot of things that are not in the PPT that I would discuss, that I would tell you, and that we will help understand what these things are. Okay, so before we start with the soft skill, and the topic being that soft skill is a mantra for corporate success, please understand uh, what is soft skill. But before understanding soft skills, let us also understand what are hard skills. And I'm sure you have heard about hard skills and soft skills, but still there are many who are not maybe conversant with these words. So let me begin with the basics. See, when we are talking about hard skills, it is those skills, those that technical knowledge or training that you get in your school or education. So people who are doing their engineering, it is the hard skills that you are gaining. So if you are doing your electrical engineering, chemical engineering, automobile engineering, mechanical engineering, software, these are the hard skills that you are right now learning. For an MBA student, learning about, let's say, marketing, core finance, accounts, strategy, these are the hard skills that you're learning. So when you are learning about a subject in particular or a particular field, right? So it is the hard skills that you're learning, and these are very, very necessary to get a job, and to also to understand as to how would you go and pursue your career. Very important. Without hard skills, it is very difficult to start a career, to pursue a career. You cannot, right? If you're not an engineer, you're not an MBA, you're not an architect, let's say you're not a doctor. So all these studies, when you're studying this training that you get in a medical school, let's say, is a hard skill that you are getting. Okay, very important. So the schooling you do from, let's start 5th, 6th, 7th, 10th, 12th, and you pursue your graduation, PG, all that are hard skills that are very relevant, and everybody should pursue some hard skill. Otherwise, you don't have that skill to go out in the market and to say to people, to the prospective recruiter, as to who you are, what do you know. Ultimately, in the corporate world, it is asked, what do you know, what can you do for us? And if you have the hard skill, you can show the degree. This is the degree, this is the certificates that I have, and these show your hard skills. But now this is the hard skill part. Now comes the soft skill. If this is the hard skill, then what are the soft skills? And we'll come to that later also, that why these soft skills are very important. Why are we doing this session? Why is the BBD organizing this session? Soft skills are, all skills, the qualities that you have, the traits you have, even the habits that you have. These are unique to you, those personal traits or qualities, and they are very, very necessary for interacting with people. And it could be on any front, even in a family. We'll also see a list of soft skills, critical soft skills. We'll also see very shortly what are those soft skills we are talking about. Now, if you have those skills, those interpersonal skills, these are very necessary for you to survive. Even in a family, you need soft skills to talk to people, to listen to what they are saying, to manage. You go to college, you are in you are in a class, you're interacting with the faculty, you're interacting with the administration, you're interacting with your colleagues, your classmates. It is very important to have certain soft skills. Without those, you may have the hard skill, right? You may have the degree, you may have the certificate, but you will not be able to survive even in a classroom setup, even in when you are doing your studies or schooling. And when I'm saying schooling, it is whenever you're being educated is schooling. It's not only fifth, sixth, and seventh, right? So it's graduation, PG, even PhD, we call it schooling, right? So you cannot have even a good schooling if you don't have a good, smart, soft skills. Okay. Uh, so understand this, they are needed everywhere. And especially they are needed. Also understand this, that we are here to make you understand and to tell you, inform you that what soft skills can you have, so that it would be very, very important and very good for you to have when the recruiters come to hire you, right? So the PDF that all of you must have got from the organizers talks about the HR executive. When they come, and let's call them recruiters, when the recruiters come at your gate in your college, what are they looking for, right? And so they're looking for a lot of soft skills. So those soft skill, how would you handle that? What are those soft skills, and how would you portray that in your group discussion and interview, right? So very important. And I find that PDF also very important. You should also understand this. When the recruiters are there in your college, they are there for you. But what are they looking for? You are hundred and thousands. Okay. And the competition is not only in Lucknow or UP, it is pan India competition. Then how can you stand out? And so this session would give you a lot of insight as to what you can do to stand out among the crowd by having these soft skills. Okay. And these soft skills, again, very important for your social life, for your professional life. When you go and you work anywhere, be it engineering student, MBA student, when you go and work, they are critical soft skills, very, very, very necessary. These are habits, qualities, traits you should have. If you don't have, the good part of soft skills is, if you don't have, you can learn them, right? As hard skills can be learned, you can go and take a degree, you can have a certificates. In the same way, soft skills can be learned, and can be learned very easily. Okay. And also that they grow when you practice them. Okay. If you don't practice soft skills, they will fade away. Okay. It's like mathematics also. You practice maths, it will become more stronger. If you don't practice maths for 1 or 2 years, you'll not be able to solve any maybe easy problems also. Okay. So hard skills, soft skills, the difference. Soft skill very important. And we also see that now in this era, soft skills have become more important. So, Warren, everybody knows Warren Buffett. I'm sure he's a billionaire, one of the top 5 richest person in the world, a great investor living in USA. So somebody asked Warren Buffett, and he's not only an investor, who he runs also various companies also. So somebody asked Warren Buffett, this was 3-4 years back, that what are those qualities that you're looking for in a budding executive, a management executive, or somebody who's coming in a uh, organization. So among others, 2, 3, he said one is, the soft skills. And he pointed out the communication skills. He said communication skills are very, very, very important. And he had the broad perspective of verbal and non-verbal skills. And coming from Warren Buffett, everybody, took it very seriously. And so we understand that even the top-notch people are, yes, looking for hard skills, but more than that, I'm repeating it again, I'm emphasizing it, more than that, they're looking for soft skills. Uh, you have hard skills, you can enter. You don't have soft skills, you cannot enter, you cannot survive. Okay, right. So we'll move forward and we'll see the list of some critical soft skills. Obviously, if you make a list of soft skills, it may run into hundreds, 100, 150. But what are the key skills that you should look for, right? Now, I am taking you as students who are getting training in MBA engineering, and that your interest is what are those skills which are which would help us in cracking that interview. How would I get that interview cracked? What should I do in my group discussion or in my interview, so that the limelight is on me, the focus is on me, and the recruiter can point out, yes, this is the boy, this is the girl, this is the candidate that I want. So as in your context as a student, and as a student who would be probably going for the recruitment process in the coming months, right? These are some soft skills that you should really take care of, understand it, learn it, and imbibe in your personality. I'll quickly run them. I'll quickly read out and maybe also discuss one or two. And also in the coming slides, I would also discuss some very important 5-6 that I feel are must for a budding manager, somebody who wants to go in the corporate sector. So you have good communication skills right at the top. That is what Warren Buffett was talking about. And so good communication skills is not only about good English speaking, right? So there are a lot of students and even others, even in the industry and others who think that good communication skills is all about speaking good English, and that is more so in India, where we are obsessed with English speaking, English language speaking. That is not so. So communication is more about trying to make the other understand and understanding what the other is saying. Okay, and it encompasses both verbal and non-verbal. It is not only what you are speaking, the content and how you are speaking. It is also the body language part, right? What are your gestures? What is the dress you are wearing? What kind of perfume are you wearing, right? So all that thing comes in good communication skills, and we'll deal with this in great length after a few minutes. Then you have basic etiquettes, right? There is a book called Good Etiquette is Good Business, right? I don't remember the author. You go and find out in Google. Good etiquettes is good business. So if you don't have basic etiquettes, and these are soft skill we are talking about, right? Somebody might be so what is happening in the corporate world? Let's understand this. Somebody might be very good in hard skills. Somebody is good, let's say, in accounting, good in number crunching, can do all account, debit, credit, very good, right? But if that, let's say, if the person is not having those basic etiquettes of saying thank you, or maybe talking nicely to the colleagues or juniors, uh, you know, uh, the person will not survive. Understand this. Basic etiquette are key. And please understand this. When you will be going and having your interaction with the recruitment team, right? When they will be in your college, they would first look at your basic etiquettes, right? The way you say thank you, the way you greet them, the way you are walking, the basic things. And all those basic things will always be very, very important. The leadership qualities, one of the very prominent soft skills, though leadership quality is a advanced soft skills, right? But the recruiter also expects you should have that. Flexibility, we'll deal with flexibility also in the coming slides. Flexibility, are you flexible? Can you change, right? Or are you rigid? Whatever you think, whatever, how you do things and how you do it, you do not want to change, right? So, and we know that, we understand that only change is constant. So things keep on changing. You need to be very flexible in all aspects. We'll deal with it elaborately in the coming slides. Emotional intelligence, I'm sure a lot of people have heard this term emotional intelligence the last decade or so become very important, right? We are talking about more of, earlier we used to talk about IQ, the intelligent quotient, but today we are talking about emotional quotient or emotional intelligence, right? Do you know yourself? Do you know others, right? How can you motivate others? Can you work in a team? All that defines your emotional intelligence. And there are books written on emotional intelligence. So do you have that emotional intelligence? How can you learn them? Open-mindedness, are you open to doing new things, right? If the, let's say, the recruiter asks you a question, uh, you know can you go and work in Assam? Are you willing to relocate to Assam? I'm willing to give you a job. And if you say, no, I'm in Lucknow and Assam is too far away, and so there are other obligations and all that stuff, then that's a problem. They're looking at open-mindedness. Are you open-mindedness? Okay. uh, are you willing to work with people of different cultures, right? Are you willing to have people who have different alternative viewpoints? Can you talk to them properly? Okay, can you accept what they are saying? Very important. Teamwork, we'll be emphasizing teamwork in the coming slides also. So we'll move to time management. What about time management, right? Do you manage time properly? So again, understand this, soft skills. And now you can imagine how important are these soft skills. Can you manage time properly? you know uh, Time gone by will never come back again. Can't come back, will never come back. There is this saying of, the bullet you have fired, once you have the trigger, you pull the trigger, the bullet is gone. It will never come back. And same is with time. The time that has gone back will never come back, right? So can you manage time well? Everybody has the same time, 24 hours. You cannot say that, I have this obligations, I have less time. No. Can you manage time? Soft skill, that's a good soft skill. You cannot be late to office. Time management. You are maybe very good in your job, in your hard skill again, but let's say you're not very punctual. That would always be against you, right? Creativity. Are you a creative person? Are you an innovative person? Can you do things differently, right? uh, Critical thinking. Can do you have the ability to think differently, right? Can you look at the facts like others are seeing them, and can you offer some different solutions? Adaptability. Again, we'll also take adaptability in the coming slides. Are you adaptable? Flexibility, adaptability, they come together. Can you adapt? Can you learn and adapt, right? Willingness to learn. Are you willing to learn? Or you say that whatever I've learned and that's it, I am not willing to learn. So uh, uh, because there are I think there are around 100 participants. So maybe the interaction right now would not be possible. We'll have maybe 5-10 minutes in the end for some question answer round, or maybe you want to comment on something. But let me give an example, not asking from you, maybe it will take time. So Nokia was not willing to learn. So business students will understand this. Nokia, Finnish company, Finland company earlier. Now obviously Microsoft has taken over Nokia. So Nokia was not willing to learn. But imagine this: Nokia had uh, 60 to 70% of the mobile market. Okay, now where is Nokia? Because Nokia thought that the smartphone that everybody is talking about will never happen. Okay, and so they could not understand, they could not learn. As a company, they were not willing to learn. But who was willing to learn? Samsung. And so Samsung created history. So now the smartphone industry was taken over by Samsung. Okay, as an individual, you are willing to learn or not? Very important. Active listening. Are you an active listener? Do you only want to speak and you don't want to listen? There are a lot of times, I'm sure, and you should correct that also. I'm sure a lot of people can correct that somebody is talking to you and you are not listening to the person. You just want to reply back to the person. Active listening is very, very important. The more you listen, the more you will gain. And as it is said that God has given us 2 ears and one mouth. So speak less and listen more. Active listening, very important. Empathy, soft skill, right? Empathy. Can you empathize with your classmates, your colleague, people around you? Do you feel for them, right? If somebody, as a student, let's say, if somebody asks you for some help, you're not bothered. If somebody is in trouble, are you willing to help them? Again, understand all the soft skill we are talking about. Their empathy is not just in vain. Anybody, you might think that in a corporate world, it's a very tough competition. It's everybody is trying to chase each other. There's no competition. So why empathy? No, in the long run, if you are empathic, you have empathy, people would like you, right? People would like to be friends with you. And if you practice empathy, in the long run, you will have great success. you know uh, Keep this in mind. Great success. Always try to help people. Always try to understand if they have not done a certain project or certain thing, what is the reason. If they're trying to tell you something, do not think that it's a lame excuse. Very important. Openness to criticism, right? Very important. Are you a soft skill? How will you learn? Again, everybody, I ask a question. How do you learn? You learn by, yes, you read something, you listen to something, and you are learning things. But let's say you learned and you did something, you tried on something, and now are you open to people giving you feedback and maybe some criticism? Obviously, it should be a constructive criticism. uh, Feedback could be a good feedback, could be a bad feedback, right? But a feedback is always a good feedback. And are you able to listen to the feedback, or you are in your ego, right? That what I've done is right, I am Mr. or Miss Right, and I cannot do anything wrong. So if that happens, if that is your mental state, if you are in that frame of mind, if that ego state is there, difficult for you to learn. Understand this important soft skill, very, very relevant. Can you take feedback? And there are books on feedback that are being written. Books on feedback, a very small word, feedback. And somebody tells you, ऐसे कर लो इस चीज को, right? You can do maybe this in a certain manner, right? So these are some critical soft skills. There are n number of skills, soft skills. You go in Google and find out. But these I feel are critical that you should understand. You can add to these also. Okay. Now, again, why soft skills? Why is BBD having this session? Why have they called? Why am I having this session? Why am Okay, yes. So obviously, so everybody will have their mics and mute. Then we'll have a decent, fluent session. Thank you for that. Uh, so why soft skills? Very important. Why soft skills? Why this halla gulla about soft skill? Why we are even having a session about that? Why I prepared and come and telling you something about that? Because there are very important organizations that they're saying something about soft skills, right? So there is a LinkedIn 2019 survey on global talent trends, and they said that around 90% of the recruiter, when they say that when we hire somebody and when it does not work out, we have hired somebody and maybe in the 1 month, 2 month, 3 months, 6 months, that person resign, goes away, or we ask the person to leave. In both the cases, 90% are saying that it is usually they lack soft skills. Understand this. These are top-notch recruiters. This is a LinkedIn global talent trends, and this is 2019, not far away. 1922, the same trend continues, right? So very important. Understand this. What they are saying. It is not they're saying that they're not good in marketing, that they're not doing well, and that they're not good in finance, or maybe the person does not know his or her chemical engineering, right? It is, or maybe their design is not good. The more important part is soft skill. They're saying that th- you know things do not work out because they do not have those soft skills. Again, understand this. If you are very good in your hard skills, but you do not have those soft skills that we talked about in the last slide, you cannot survive. It's simple. It is not maybe. You will not survive, right? But understand this. If you have those hard skills and you add some of the soft skills, practice them, it has a multiplier effect. I'm sure a lot of people who study economics understand the multiplier effect, right? So you have the soft skills, you add to the hard skills, you have these soft skills, add them, and your career will flourish. You will go way ahead than anybody who is more intelligent than you. Understand this, right? So the person who is more intelligent than you may be more hardworking than you, but you have more soft skills, right? You have those important skills, then you will go ahead. You will rise in career, not that person. Okay. Similarly, there's a monster.com, right? The recruitment website, and they had this future of work survey, global hiring outlook, and they said that the employers are saying that the key skills we are looking at is more of soft skills. We are not looking at people who have very hard skill. They are, yes, but the key things that they're looking critical to their work, and for they think that the company will be successful if the candidates, people coming in, the executives, if they have those important soft skills. Okay, so these are two major trends. Understand this. LinkedIn, Monster, these are very important brand names, and they are talking to the top-notch company in the world. This is not somebody who's just sitting in India. Okay, these are top-notch. These survey are in India, US, Europe, all over the world. So this is the reason that we are studying soft skills. It's not that only your faculty or the BBD group is saying to you soft skills are important, or I am saying it is important. The the important organizations are saying it is important, that it is very important, you should have them. Okay. Also, with this background of soft skills, let us also have a very brief understanding, because earlier speakers also talked about digital transformation. uh, Understand this, that let us not also get confused with the point that so with digital transformation, what is happening is something is happening that we will need, or some skills that will come from heaven. No, the skills almost remain the same. You just need to tweak it, right? And I'll give some examples later on. Same skills, maybe add one or two skills relevant to digital transformation, but the skills almost are the same. As it is said, more the things change, more they remains the same. So you can have new words, very important. But how does it impact the soft skills part that is relevant for you, let's say? Okay, so understand this also, because the theme is also digital transformation. So we need to touch that also, and also link that to the soft skill part. Understand, when we're talking about digital transformation, it is the business models are changing because things are going digital. Okay, uh, all organizations are trying to become more digital in nature, more digital in their business. They are changing their business models, or they are bringing in a new business model. Now, how is this business model coming up? This business model is coming up because of the information technology and other networking, other technology that is coming up, and we broadly call that digital technology, and we call that process digital transformation. Understand this, everybody. Let's not get into high words. So what is digital transformation? It is transforming your business, any business, right, for good, for the better of your customers, for the better of your employees, for betterment and ease of your business operations inside, so that you would be much better, much faster, much economically better, efficient and economy, right? Both are there, and you are able to serve your customers better. Now, what is the base of that? The base is digital, right? Digital means what today? Artificial intelligence, blockchain, machine learning, uh, other things also that was said, Internet of Things, and that. And small part of it you are already doing. So when you are doing your Excel, your SPSS, and other things, that are also part of that digital transformation in a very small manner. Okay, uh, this is how the businesses are trying to change, and the base is digital in nature. Okay, and so you have a lot of handheld device uh, uh, at retail stores, let's say Big Bazaar or Spencer, you see at point of sale machines you have, right? These are all part of these are early part of digital transformation. But understand this, if the companies who are transforming digitally, and every company is doing that, and one example, have this logo of Tata New. So everybody, I'm sure a lot of people are conversant with what Tata New is and what it has done. So one of the biggest conglomerate of India, and one of the big around the world also. So they have come up with this app, Tata New, right? And almost every Tata company is there or will be there on Tata New app. So imagine the interaction, the interface with the customers, right? So everything is available on this app. So this is what they have done. Again, perfect example of digital transformation. Again, that digital transformation is not complete for Tata New. They have done a lot of background work. They have launched it, and maybe in the coming 1.5 to 2.5 years, this digital transformation will be over. Okay. So again, understand this clearly. New business models, new ways of thinking, because digital is there, because IT is there, because artificial intelligence is there. These are new tools that are there, and how we can use these new tools to maybe do something new, so to do better for our customers. Ultimately, every business is running for the customers. So what is that good thing, better thing that we can do for a customer? Also, how can understand a customer well? Okay, let's move forward, and let's come to some critical things. Okay, that you should know. Very importantly, recruiters will be coming to you. You know these things, you understand these things, and these are high chance that you will shine among the crowd. Now, what is the recruiter looking for? So when the recruiter is there in your college, what are they looking for? uh, Again, I'm not keen to ask you right now, because there might be a lot of answers, a lot of people will speak over each other, there would be some chaos. So let me continue. Maybe we'll keep that for the last 5-10 minutes. Now, uh, do you know what the recruiter is looking for? Some people, some students have this fallacy, or they do this mistake of uh, trying to uh, have their own strengths, right? Understand this. See, this is my personal quote, that interview or the recruitment process, let's say, is not a place to show your talent. Counterintuitive, right? You'll say, what is this? Obviously, if you don't have talent, why would a recruiter recruit you? uh, yes, so I'm saying that recruitment process is not a place to show your talent. It is not. It is an opportunity to get a job. There's a huge difference. Maybe write this line if you wish, and think about it. Recruitment process is not a place to show your talent. It is an opportunity to get a job. Why and what is the difference? I'll just quickly explain to you that when you think that there is a interview, there's a group discussion, the company has come, and you want to show what you have, your talent. They are here to, yes, look for your talent, but the talent what they want, not you have, right? So you might have a different talent, but they are not looking for that talent. Will you stick to the talent that you have? Will you try to show that talent in front of the interviewer or the moderator in group discussion? You should not, ideally. Okay, so you should understand what are they looking for and be like that. Okay, so I always say that when you are entering the recruitment process, you are almost like entering the cage of a lion. The interviewer is sitting there, and you are there, and the lion is there sitting there. He's the lion or the lioness, if it's a she. Okay, and they will decide the rules. So what are they looking for is important, not what you have. Okay, you need to channelize and connect as to what they have, and then portray your strength and then come out with the strengths. Okay, uh, also understand this, that please very carefully read whatever emails that come to you through your placement manager, placement in charge. So when a company sends you that email, right, your job description, job specification, other details, it is for you to take a printout. Take a printout and read it carefully 4 or 5 times. Understand what they're looking for. Okay, they emailing you that document is telling you for the first time, this is what you should be, and if you are that, we'll hire you. Okay, so nothing is secret, and nothing is hidden, but you need to find out, right? You need to find out this, and I've told you, get that document printed and understand what they're looking for. Mark those keywords, right? Mark those keywords. Very important. We'll see also in the coming slides what else is important and you should mark for. So very important. That document is very important. Read that carefully and start them. Okay, let us let me discuss some 5 or 6 critical things that they are looking for. Again, understand this, I'm not talking about from their perspective, and you should try to build your personality according to that perspective. Okay, so I've dealt with a lot of recruiters in terms of, so I train my students for the recruitment process. I call that personality development for recruitment process. And so I've also interacted with a lot of recruiters, and this is what I have let's say 2 things. If you have them, uh, that's it. You don't need much. That would be good communication skills and a lot of confidence. And I can tell you, for any freshers, be it engineering, be it MBA, architect, law, any course, if you are a fresher and you have good effective communication skills and confidence with you, it is 80% chance that you'll crack that interview. You need not go further than that, right? These 2 things, important things, 2 things. Try to learn them, try to build on them. Okay, so when we are talking about effective communication skills, we are talking about 2 things: verbal skills and non-verbal skills. uh, you know Non-verbal skills, body language, very important these days, very, very, very important. Sometimes, the thing about body language is taken too far. If you have, let's say, somebody, a president visiting India, so when they come, when they come down from the plane and they're meeting our dignitaries, so how exaggerated, right? There, the body language, and there's unnecessary discussion. But when it comes to recruitment process, your body language is the key. Understand this. Okay. Also understand, your assessment by the recruiter does not begin with the group discussion or with the interview. It begins the moment the recruiter sees you, interacts with you, not even interaction, sees you. The recruiter comes from, let's say, the car drops the recruiter to your college, and he or she gets out of the car and, sees you. Okay. Uh, right there, the impression is made in his or her mind. How were you walking? How were you standing? What were you doing? Right? Uh, Very important. What was your body language? What were you wearing? there, right? Before they have said anything to you, before they have asked you a simple question, right? They are observing. And understand this, knowingly or unknowingly, you know, uh, when they have first saw you 1 hour back, 2 hour back, that will come to their mind. Understand this very importantly. So body language should be, whenever, recruiter in the college, in your campus, be very professional about your body language. uh, Always walk and sit with confidence. If you are entering the room, you should be very confident of how you enter. When you are walking up to, if the interview, you are from the door, you are coming to your seat, very confident, good gait, straight back, right? Should not lunge forward. Okay, you should not be very sheepish. You should not look very, look underconfident. The look should be confident. Again, write this word also, very important. Interviews also, or recruitment process is also about impression management. What is the impression that you are making? And it is, you can manage that impression. Understand this. uh, so impression management is what you are doing, and do it well. Okay, try to impress that recruiter and manage them well. You are through also. Understand? So always remember this word, impression management. Okay. uh, Knock the door and ask for permission. Very basic etiquette. Understand? Etiquette हमने बात करी थी. Etiquette. You cannot just enter the room of the recruiter, the interviewer, or where the group discussion is.
Dear participants, please mute yourself. Dear participants, please mute yourself.
So understand this, that very important. How do you enter the room? How do you walk? How do you sit? How do you shake hand with the recruiter? If they do, obviously, if they extend their hand, you should do that definitely. If, see, again, it's a lion's den. If they do namaste, you do namaste. If they want to shake hand with you, do that, right? So no inhibitions, right? You should be very open-mindedness, again, very important, should be there. Always have a smile when you enter the interview or the group discussion room. Have a small, have a, don't laugh, don't show your teeth, but have a small, just a small smile, just a little smile on your face. Very important. The smile also conveys your confidence. The smile also conveys a positive personality. Again, do not go into the, you know, uh, the the labyrinth of body language. You can, dive into that and you might drown. But have some basics of body language and you are done. Okay. Also, do not sit until you're asked to do. Very basic. It is not assumed that you will come and you'll sit. Okay. Uh, Good positive body movements. It is very important to have body movements. Just do not go and sit in the interview or the group discussion uh, just like a rock. Do not looking here and there. Please use your hands. So I am using my hands. Maybe you're not able to see it because of the camera and all. But I'm using my hands, right? I'm using, I'm using my head, maybe right and left, because there's nobody else. So I'm not seeing right or left. But the kind of positive movements that you can do through your body, okay, very important for your good. Then what about verbal communication, level of fluency? Are you fluent in what you are saying? Again, English becomes very important here. Are you good in English? Are you conversant in English or very fluent in English? Good if you are, right? So verbal skills, very good if you are very fluent in your English language. But if you are not, learn that, okay? Because a lot of recruiters will want you to converse in English, right? Some might not, good enough, right? Use the language that the recruiter is using. Understand this. If the recruiters, ask you a question in Hindi and you ask the permission from the recruiter, so do you want me to answer in Hindi or English? If he or she says Hindi, answer in Hindi. In English, you answer in English. Understand this. But there are students who may not be very comfortable in English, let's say. What should you do? Should you speak a very broken English, sometimes using Hindi words, and then, reduce your confidence, have everything in shambles? No. If you are good in English, speak good English. Yes. If you can manage well, manage in English. If you cannot, use some good sentences in English, learn that, and maybe use some Hindi also. If you are not very conversant in English, maybe your background has been Hindi, speak in Hindi. Okay. But if the recruiter, again, understand this, if the recruiter says, please speak in English, then you attempt your English. Okay, because they also want to see, are you able to go out of your comfort zone? Very important. Clarity of thought. And let's take it together. Clarity of thought and quality of content. Uh, is there a clarity of thought? What are you trying to say? You know a lot of things. You have read a lot of things, but is the thought clear in your mind? Okay, maybe the content is there. Understand this. In verbal effective communication skills, in verbal skills, you have the content, but is the content coming out clearly? Are you not making, let's say, is it that you are making the fourth point first and the first point in the last? Is it so? Right? That should change. So the content is there, then the clarity of thought should also be there. Good in verbal skills should learn that. Okay, practice that. Also, I'll give you one small exercise, not here, but you can do that. You can maybe do it every day, once a week. You pick up any English language newspaper, especially if it for business people, good. It's Economic Times for all students. In fact, Business Standard, Economic Times. You read an article, right? Just read an article. Read it twice, thrice, four times, five times. Once you have understood the article, what is the content, keep that article away, and then speak that article aloud. Maybe have a friend who can listen to what is in the article, or you can be in front of the mirror, or otherwise also. That will definitely improve your fluency, clarity of thought, and even quality of content. Also, listening actively. Verbal skills is not only about speaking, using your mouth to speak. No, things have changed, right? Verbal skills is about also listening actively. In the recruitment process, it is important to speak, yes, but very, very important to listen to what the recruiter is saying. In a group discussion, very important what your co-participants are saying. Give them the respect. Co-participant, what are they saying? Listening actively is also a part of good verbal skills. Again, it is not only verbal speaking, it is also about writing. Now, obviously, you do not write. What are you writing? You're writing your examinations. But when the recruiter is coming, uh, you are obviously not writing in front of there's no assessment of writing. There are some companies who maybe ask you to write an essay, but that is very rare. But what is the assessment? Maybe the recruiter may ask you for, maybe, let's say they want you to send your CV before they come here. Now, when you are attaching your CV, write a mail in that. Write the main body of the letter also, right? You cannot just attach a CV and send the CV. Very bad. This is bad etiquette. Rude also. Okay, you need to have a good email skills. How to write a good email, very important part of that verbal skills. And understand this, with the digital transformation. Again, understand this. With this digital transformation, writing emails is now very, very common. You are not interacting with somebody on mobile. Okay, very rare that you are talking, yes, but a lot of work is done on emails. So good email writing skills is very, very important, and you should learn that. Maybe you should ask your college to provide maybe 1 or 2 sessions for you to have those good email skills. Very important. Okay, now let's move forward for the next skill that you should have. Now, first, the effective communication. Second is leadership or initiative taking. They are looking for, see, organizations are looking for leaders. They're not looking for typical managers. Even I'm talking about engineering students. Engineering student might say that, I know my engineering, I know my coding and all. That's it. So I do not need any leadership. I do not need to interact with anybody. I do not need to lead. मुझे तो कुछ दे देंगे, I'll do my work. It is not like that. In any field, they're looking for leaders, a leader mindset. They're not looking for managers alone. Okay, understand this. Uh, they're looking for individuals who can lead teams. Again, you are a fresher. Obviously, you have not, somebody might be a lot of people, maybe 80% are fresher, 90%, 5-10% might be students who have had some working experience, but largely we'll say that, these are freshers that are looking for their first job. Again, you are a fresher, you have not worked anywhere. So how would you actually, show them that you have leadership skills? You're not worked in an organization, but it is not only working in an organization that you have your leadership skills. When you are in your college conducting your cultural club, your sports club, your other activities, that is where you show your leadership skills. And again, you should have those prepared. There is a there is always a question in an interview, right? Uh, are you a leader? And you say, yes, I am a leader. So what are the leadership skills you have? And what, just tell me 2-3 instances in the last, in your college or last year, that you have shown those leadership traits or skills that you say you have. So, you're stumped. You say, I am a leader, but you have never been in a leadership position in your college, in your group, in your teams. So understand this. You should always try to, uh, be an initiative taker. Try to be leader in your group. Now, leader here does not mean a leader like a typical leader. It means, guiding the group, taking the team forward, and when given an opportunity, lead the team or the group that you have. And you should always remember that in an interview, always have that examples, you know, uh, to tell the recruiter. Even if the recruiter is not asking, even if something else is being discussed, you can always have those examples, and it will be very, very good. This is your leadership quality. What can you do in your group discussion? Understand this. What does a leader do? A leader might, in a group discussion, channelize the group discussion in a proper manner. Maybe the group discussion is going haywire. Maybe the group discussion is not on the topic. The other participants are speaking something that is very irrelevant. You need to step in and tell them, this is the topic, let's stick to the topic. These 2-3 statements and you coming in shows your leadership. Okay. And the moderator, the recruiter will remember that, will take a note of that, will always write something in front of you, your name. This is what this person has done. Understand this. If they are looking for leadership qualities, how would you show them? There are two opportunities that you will get. One is the group discussion, other is the interview, right? Largely, recruiters normally has to do two things. If they don't have GD, you will have an interview definitely. So these are the places where you'll have to show your leadership skills. Okay, very important. Always take initiative in a group discussion. It would also portray your leadership skills. Let's say other two skills. Confidence. Again, as I said, along with effective communication skills, if you have confidence, you are through. Largely, you are through. Okay. So this is one trait that is required anywhere, everywhere. Right? If you have confidence and positive confidence, not some negative confidence, not that I'm saying that you should be very egoistic or rude, but positive confidence of your quality, of your ability. Also the confidence that if there is something comes up suddenly, you have the positive personality and confidence to take care of that part. Okay. I understand this. The business environment is becoming very complex. Again, coming to digital transformation. Because of digital transformation, there has to be a lot of collaboration. You need to meet a lot of people, and there will be suddenly new things that will come up. If you are confident of your strengths, if you have a confident personality, you will be able to deal with the circumstances and need people. Understand this. It is very easy to say be confident. How do you get confidence? You get confidence by experiences. So in your college, you still maybe have time. Participate a lot. uh, be very, very active in your classroom discussion with your faculty. If there is a project, raise your hand to do that project. This will imbibe your confidence. Read a lot. All students who read a lot, right, especially newspapers or books, the confidence generate in them. This is how you get that confidence. Okay. Teamwork, then, the next great soft skill that you need, basic, you need to have that. Organizations obviously today are run by teams. There are no individuals who are running organizations. Okay. You might find a salesperson going alone, but the person is not alone. There is a team, there is a manager, there's everybody, there is a team target that is set. So teamwork is the essence. If you cannot work in a team, understand this, students. If you cannot work in a team, you cannot work in a corporate setup. Understand this. Even in an educational setup, even in a university and colleges, which are not as corporate as a typical corporate is, if you cannot work as a team, very difficult to survive and very difficult to produce something extra, something new, something good. So very important. But also understand this, that how would you show that you are a team worker? There will be questions. Are you a team worker? You'll say, yes, I like to work in teams. You should have readily available examples. In the past 6 months, what have you done as a team member? How have you contributed as a team member? Do you have some examples of that? You should have some examples of that. Okay. In a group discussion, how can you show in a group discussion that you're a team player? You should allow others to speak. You should also sometimes give a lot of credit and appreciation to what the other is saying. Group discussion, a good group discussion is all not about competition. I should speak or shout louder than others. No, a good recruiter is looking for students, candidates who also allow others to speak, give them respect, right? And if you are able to appreciate others' point, that is very, very good. Okay. Uh, Again, flexibility and adaptability. Are you flexible? Okay. Very important. Again, don't be flexible like the photo you're seeing of this girl. Don't try that. Disclaimer: don't try that home. But flexibility, very important. So today we are talking about VUCA world. Again, digital transformation will come in. In digital transformation, the using of various technologies, you have to be very flexible in your working. Okay. Uh, uh, VUCA, I'll just give you this VUCA world. You go and find out what it is, read about it. So the world is, the business world is today, very volatile, very uncertain, very complex, very ambiguous circumstances. We have this VUCA world, right? So when all this is happening, as a fresher, as somebody who will go in a corporate setup, are you flexible enough? Can you adapt? Okay, can you respond to change? Can you cope with change? And cope with change, respond to change positively, right? So, something respond to that positively. Okay, can you adapt to information, new technologies, new ways of doing things? Okay, so with understand this, with digital transformation, businesses are changing in a manner that they are doing things differently. Can you do that? Or if you cannot do that, let's say, can you be a part of that change? Right? Can you slowly adapt to the change that is happening in digital transformation? Okay. Are you very comfortable with using technology? Are you very comfortable with using technology? Okay. Are you good? Do you have this skills of using, let's say, there would be a lot of meetings on Zoom. Do you have this basic knowledge of Zoom, how it works, maybe Google Meet? Do you have the basic etiquettes also? Right? There are a lot of online interviews that take place. There would be a lot of online meetings when you are in our organization that will take place. Are you familiar with that? Right? Can you adapt? Have you adapted to that? Have you mastered how Zooms works, and what are the basic etiquettes you should have? Okay. Do you understand when not to switch on your mic and all? Very important, right? In a meeting with the boss, very critical. Okay. Flexibility, adaptability, very important. Okay. Last one, analytical ability. Okay. One word that you will always find, and mark my words, whenever there is a job description, job specification comes to you, the document comes, they would always say, we are looking for such and such and such an candidate. Analytical ability will always be there. But what is that analytical ability? You read it and you say, yes, analytical ability. But what is that analytical ability? Well, I've asked 4 questions. Can you do that? Are you able to do that? This will define as to, are you thinking, are you analytical in your mind? Do you have that ability? So can you frame or reframe a problem clearly? Okay. Can you frame a problem easily? Do you know what is the problem, and can you tell that problem, this is the problem, and can you write that problem for your organization, let's say? Can you do that? Can you reframe that problem? Because understand this, clearly understanding a problem will come next. But if you're not able to understand or point out what is the problem, or trying to understand this, businesses do not understand their customers well. Who do? There are at number 1, number 2, number 3 position. So when you say HUL, why is HUL number 1 in FMCG, in the product services they give, in the products they are giving? Because HUL has been able to understand the problem of the customers. So the company who understand the problems, then the answer is, or the solution is very easy. So as a student, as a fresher, are you able to understand the problem? What is the problem? And state that problem very clearly. Can you reframe that? Can you reframe that problem? Can you state that problem in a different manner? Can you generate alternative point of views? Can you only say one thing? Or if there is something given to you, can you say these are the 3-4 alternatives that we can do, and maybe one solution, whatever is then suitable can be taken up. So can you think differently? Can you have multiple solutions or multiple alternatives? Solutions will come later. Can you have multiple alternatives? Very important. Can you align now to come up with relevant solution? So digital is good, but can you use digital tools to come up with solutions? Right? So you are using WhatsApp and you're using SPSS analytics, where it is a lot of data driven. There are a lot of data of the employees taken up, and there's a lot of number crunching that is done. And you come up with very interesting facts and information that is used, for finding out something very. Can you do that? Can you take those digital tools and come up with some relevant stuff? Then can you use data to come up with interesting information? That is what I also talked about. Can you use that? Data is there, a lot of data, but there is a lot of cluttering these days. Understand this. Cluttering is there. Earlier, 10 years back, we used to have less data. And so people used to say, I want information and data. Jiske paas zyada information or data, that will win the company or the businesses. Today, there is data overload. Can you break that clutter? And can you have from that data some good stuff that you can use? Okay. So these are some of the things that I would have liked you to know. And I'm sure it is time, because I could, the recap, maybe I can do a recap, 1 or 2 minutes, that understand recruiter is looking for something. What are they looking for? You should know that. There are 2 opportunities, your group discussion and your interview, where the recruiter will judge you to build an impression. The more soft skills that you have, the more greater chances you have to get an entry in the organization and to flourish after you get entry in the organization. Okay, digital transformation is here to stay. All those organizations who are not yet transforming will definitely transform in the future. So you should be very conversant with various technologies. Conversant with technology would be the hard skill, but using those tools to have solutions would be the soft skills. Okay, having the basic etiquette also, right? So you have this video conferencing and all these things should have basic etiquettes. How do you actually use them and behave in them? Okay, so thank you so much. If there are some questions, then I'm more than willing to take them. So Vinay, over to you.
Yes, sir. Sure. Dear participants, if you have any queries, please ask. You may ask the question.
Yes, sir. I have a query, sir.
Yes.
Yes, please, Chitiz.
Sir, first of all, thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful session. Very informative, sir. So my question is, how do you differentiate between arrogance and a confident person?
Very nice question. Arrogance and confidence, right? How? And I also touched that do not have this negative confidence, that what you're saying is arrogance. See, understand this. When you are saying arrogance, you would be, other people would know as to are you arrogant or you are confident. Arrogance would be you would be louder. You would be using certain words. You would not be empathetic to others. You would be very, very arrogant about your personality, about your qualities, about whatever you have. Okay, so the words you use, the body language you use, and the way you handle others, the way you are behaving in the group discussion, the interview, that would convey that impression or perception about your arrogance, right? Confidence would be you are very confident of your skills. Okay, you're not going overboard, you're not claiming much, you're not saying, you're not using the word I cannot go wrong. You say that, yes sir, I think this, but I may be wrong, right? So you having that sentences and words and that mild body language shows your confidence over the board sentences, very hard body language, pointing out fingers, raising a voice, all that shows your arrogance. And you do not need to say, nobody will say that you're arrogant. Everybody feel that you're arrogant. Okay, so the arrogance is felt, and so is confidence. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Avinash, please take the questions from the participants. You may also write on the chat box.
Sir, could you repeat, sir?
Avinash, please take the questions from the participants. Dear participants, you may write your questions in the chat box also.
It's a kind request from all dear participants. If you do have any questions from Lalit sir, then please do ask. And if you're unable to ask or with your voice, then please do type that particular thing in chat box.
So also I have a suggestion that if there are, let us wait for some questions. But if there are no questions, there are 2, 3, 4. I could just discuss those with them. So let us wait for the questions. If there are no more, we can do that also.
So we will wait for 30 seconds. And if no one asks.
Sir, I have one question.
Yes.
Sir, what is the difference between a soft skill and emotional intelligence? Like sometimes, like both the words are very much resemble, like emotional intelligence equivalent to soft skills. Are they same, sir?
No, ma'am, they are not same at all. Emotional intelligence is a very important soft skill. So soft skill is a broad concept, and emotional intelligence comes in that soft skills. But yes, we can say that emotional intelligence is a very important soft skills. Anything.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, I guess there are no more further questions. So please proceed.
Okay, so I'll put the question, and I have, let's say, 2, 3 answers. Then we would reflect on that. So there is for everybody, the most important thing normally is the salary part. Okay, so let's say in an interview there is right. So the interviewer asks you, the candidate, that is, so what are your salary expectations? What do you want from us? So what could be what would you reply? Let's say, let's have 3, 4 people. What would you reply? If I am the interviewer, I'm asking, so what is your salary expectation? What would you say?
Sir, it will depend upon for self-assessment that what particular soft skills and set of hard skills we are having, and based on our experience. So that will depend upon that, sir.
Okay. Anybody else?
So according to the company norms.
According to the company norms.
Actually, the company norms means the worth they have put to that particular employment.
Okay, fine. Whatever the company is. Okay, so here there's one thing. Feedback. Okay. So let us answer that. Let us understand what could be the and should be the. And I'm not saying that it should be that. I'm sure that everybody will agree. See, again, understand this. If it depends on certain things and experience and all, so you would say that let's say I have been a topper here in my, let's say in my BBDM MBA. I have been a topper here. I have participated in extracurricular activities. I have won some elocution, some debates, and so I feel that this should be my package. This should be my salary. And norms would be that uh, whatever norms the industry has set, sir, I want that salary. Again, understand this. The first I said was, if you will read the document very clearly, okay, whatever they have sent you, and obviously they said, there is no company that will come to you without telling you what your salary will be in advance. So before they come here in your college, wherever the college is, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, 7 days before that, you will get an email. This is your job description, this is what you're looking for, this is the salary, this is the location, all that. The salary is mentioned there. Okay. And if you read that carefully, so what will be your answer? The answer would be, sir, I am pretty satisfied with what you have written. I've read your document, sir. I've read your email, and I am pretty happy, pretty satisfied with what you're offering, and I will take that. Okay. Also, it could be, let's say salary would be, let's say 5 lakhs. Sometime it is written, right? 5 lakhs per annum. Sometime it says 5 to 7 lakhs per annum, right? So there's a range given. Now, whenever there is a range given, 5 to 7 lakhs, you would say, sir, my salary expectation is 7 lakhs. This is the higher range that you have given us. And I feel that the strength and the qualities that I have, I match up to your whatever you are asking for, right? And so I would have that higher range between. You do not invent your salary. Understand this. It is not dependent on anything and no industry norm. They have told you this is the salary that we are offering. If you are not comfortable with that salary, why are you appearing for the interview? In the interview, you will not say, sir, you are offering me 5 lakhs, but sir, can you offer more? That is not very professional. Okay. Let me, do people agree here? Let's have 3, 4 comments. Anybody agreeing with what the salary answer should be?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's have the last question. Let's say weakness. Okay. So there are a lot of questions. There's definitely a question on strength and weaknesses. Strength, everybody has those strengths, and people prepare their strengths. These are my strengths. There are a lot of students who do not bear the weaknesses. There is a question, I have an attempt from somebody. What are your weaknesses?
Sir,
Anybody?
could you repeat the question because your voice was breaking down in between, sir?
Okay, so my question is that the recruiter asks you in the interview, what are your weaknesses? Do you have any weaknesses? Do you have any weaknesses? What
Yes,
could
sir,
be
we
the
do have.
probable answer? So okay, yes, correct. So chalo, let me divulge what should be the direction. Understand this. Do not ever say I do not have any weaknesses. If you say you do not have any weaknesses, you are maybe you have not tried enough. You have not gone out of your comfort zone. So you think that you don't have any weaknesses. Always say yes, I have some weaknesses, and those weaknesses are these, and I'm trying to rectify them. They should be your relevant weaknesses. Do not have something like, sir, I overeat a lot. That is not important for a professional life. There are recruiters, right? So your weaknesses should be very relevant to the organization, to the job, to your, let's say, your personality. It should be attached to that. Have your weaknesses in a manner that would not be a weakness in a manner, right? So you can say that, sir, my weakness is that, because I work so hard, I'm a very hard worker. I do not get time with my family. So, I need to complete all my assignments on time. And so sometimes, I don't have time with my family, or I don't have time to have my proper lunch maybe. So, I'm a very hard worker. So ये मुझे problem हो जाती है. Whenever I'm working very hard. So, you are portraying it as a weakness, but, it is not technically a weakness. It's very good for the recruiter. Okay. Am I audible? Because I think
Yes,
there
sir.
is
Yes,
some.
sir. You are
Yes.
audible.
Okay. Yeah, because there was some electricity problem here. So I'm
Yes,
so
sir.
understand this. So I understand this. So weakness could be one thing. One weakness could be that uh, was uh, not able to manage my time well. I was weak in time management, but over the past 1 year or 6 months, I have worked on that, and now to manage my time well. So one that organization को अच्छा लगेगा वो. Second, you are saying that yes, I had this problem earlier, but I have worked on that and I have overcome that, or I am overcoming that. That shows that you have the courage to work on some weakness that you have. Okay. So, chalo, let us conclude here. I think we can end the session. Over to Vinay.
Okay, sir. Dear participants, any more questions from your side?
Sir, I do have a question.
Yes.
Please ask.
Sir, first of all, my question may sound a little bit unethical, but do we need to for like be 100% uh, truthful while giving an interview, or a little bit manipulation can work out?
See, this is an open forum. It is being recorded. Can I say something else? Can I say something else? I cannot. But you have you have said that it is might be unethical, so you also understand it is not correct. But let us have this in this manner. It is impression management that you are doing with the interviewer or in the recruitment process, be it GD or be it interview. Uh, Try to be truthful. Try to present all facts as they are. If there are certain facts that you want to hide, it is quite okay. You have hidden them, right? It's quite okay. But there are certain things that you have not done, and you are saying that I have done that. Uh, uh, Try not to do that, because in the interview, if the interviewer is very professional and experienced, they might catch you later in the interview as well. After 20 minutes, they might ask you a similar question in a different manner, and they might catch you. Okay, so ethics is one part which is very important. Again, one of the important soft skills is honesty. Be honest. Have your impression management. You can have things done in a different manner, but plain lying, I'll not encourage that. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
So, Avinash, please move further.
Okay, so now I would like to call Hritik Srivastava for a formal vote of thanks. Over to you, Hritik.
Thank you, Avinash.
This is
But
cracking.
first of all,
I'm
I
not
want
able to hear.
to make it clear, say that is my voice clear?
Yes.
Yes, it is, Hritik.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, Avinash. So first of all, a very good afternoon to all the delegate authorities present over here. It was indeed an insightful session. Your talk definitely took us through the very fundamentals to many visionary objectives. In this session, Sir told us about hard skills and soft skills. Hard skills, like when you are learning about a specific subject, examples, medical, engineering, marketing, etc. And soft skill shapes our working with other parties like social and professional life. He in this also gave example of Warren Buffett, and sir also told us about critical soft skills like good communication skills, basic etiquettes, leadership, flexibility, creativity, teamwork, time management, etc. He also gave example of Nokia and Samsung to better understanding of willingness to learn. Sir also told us about why soft skills is by giving examples of LinkedIn and Monster.com. Sir also told us about digital transformation and soft skill linking by giving examples of Tata New. And sir also told us about what the recruiter looking for. Sir told us about they are looking for what talent they want, not what talent you want. Sir also told us about important points like effective communication skills. In that, sir told us about various verbal skills and body language like fluency, confidence, and about impression management. Sir also told us about the leadership quality and its importance. Sir also explained us about confidence and teamwork in a very effective way. Sir also told us about flexibility and adaptability. And at last, Sir told us about analytical abilities. Uh, a very heartfelt gratitude to you for gracing us with your time, knowledge, and such a descriptive reflection on the subject. I would also like to extend my gratitude towards our esteemed faculty coordinators, student coordinators, and our patients audience for contributing towards making this session a successful one. And now I would like to invite Mr. Vinay Kumar Yadav sir to offer a formal thank you note to our guest. Thank you, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Hritik. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. To the one and all present here, Honorable Chairperson Dr. Alkadas, BBD Educational Group, Director Dr. S.S. Chauhan, BBD ITM, IIC President Dr. Preeti Mishra, WEAG President Dr. Shivangee Tiwari, and dear all faculties and the participants. It is such an honor for me to get the opportunity to thank you all dignitaries on behalf of the IIC, WEAG, EDC, BBD, IT. I extend a warm welcome to the people in the MDP. I would like to express my gratitude to all esteemed delegates of the MDP for their presence and contribution to make this program a great success. Since our childhood, we used to chase various certificate and degree-based courses. We are trying to get hard skills by completing various trainings and courses. At the same time, it's very essential to focus towards soft skills because soft skills are considered to be a complement to your hard skills. Soft skills prove you would be a great fit anywhere. It's exhibit your personality trait or habit. To get hired, you need to share the right mix of the hard skills and the soft skills in the right way. We should keep ourselves updated as the change in the professional environment. Thank you, sir, for inspiring and encouraging the participants with the help of the various examples and sharing your wonderful knowledge with us in an interesting way and handling the questions very patiently. I personally interacted all of the session to listen. And I know you are very busy today, though you I hope it's really going to help the participants in their future endeavor. A special thanks to all faculty coordinators of IIC, WEAG, EDC, BBDITM, providing immense support to make the webinar successful. I must thank the student organizing team of IIC, WEAG, EDC, BBDITM for working hard for the past few days to make this program successful. I am thankful to all the participants for their active participants. Thank you everyone once again for making it a great success. Lalit sir, thank you so much for sparing your precious time with us.
Thank you, Vinay sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Ma'am, thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
It was a great session.
And so sir, we are looking for a few more sessions from you in the future.
One request from the participant, please fill the feedback form because it will be recording your attendance for the next 4 days also. And on the basis of your attendance, we will be giving the certificates now because it is a 1 week program. So all of you, please fill the feedback form. It is given in the chat box. And once again, please, everyone switch on your camera. We want to have a group photograph. Yes, everyone, please switch on the camera for a while. Then we will end the meeting.
Okay. Thank you all dear participants. Now you may leave the meeting. Dear Avinash, now you may please wind up the meeting.
Okay, sir.